So heel down on the ground and we roll in. I'm tough today. I gotta tell you, I've been told. I don't know what happened, but I've been like cracking the whip a little bit today. I'm sorry, I'm just warning you. And if you need me to dial it down, I will. Okay. Okay, I like that. Feeling feisty today. Everybody's feisty today. Oh, I like it. I know, and you're tired, but you're zippy today. The weather is nice too. So now go as far down towards the heel as you can, keeping the heel down. And so guys, there is this, which I call fanning, side to side, and then there's in, out, which is more of like pronation, supination, right? So rolling in, it's rolling your ankle, really, which we don't typically want to do. I actually did that on this side in New York and fell down. But so anyway, I digress. So let's go to the outer. Yes.
On the same foot still?
So Betsy just brought up something that's important. So let's spend a moment in, what is this called? Who wants to win $10? You got it?
What is what called?
What is this? The foot in this position called?
Position 1.
Okay.
Heel on the ground.
Dorsiflexion. Dorsiflexion is something that we lose over time because what starts to get really tight? Let's see if you can continue to play this game with me. What is stretching when your heel is down and the ball, you're in this position, right? And if you bring your foot forward, if you're standing, you'll definitely, you'll have an answer quickly. Oh, interesting. So all the way up here?
Yeah.
Say it one more time. The calf.
Yeah,
So
the
this
calves.
gets real, yes, exactly me. This gets really tight. This gets weak in the front, the shin bone muscle. We lose the ability to dorsiflex. Is dorsiflexion important? When we walk, we land, however briefly, in dorsiflexion and then have to push off from plantar flexion. So yes, this is important to be able to put your heel down. So maybe when we start with the foot rolling, we have to start with that, get that going. And then go plantar, lift the heel. Don't move the ball, Sumi. So don't move the ball, just move around the ball.
Don't want to go down.
I rest my case.
Try it with the small ball, Betsy.
Good idea. We have a small ball. So start with your small ball if you can't do it. I love that. Help. Yes, I need all the help I can get. That's really good. So let's make this homework. So with the small ball or big ball that you lift the heel, lift the toes straight, lift toes, heel, toe, heel. This is, thank you. Who started this? You, Betsy, really good. Thank you. Yeah, because I'm always yelling at you guys, put your heel down, put your heel down. And then finally somebody spoke up and said, well, that's not so easy for us to do. Right? So yeah, small, is it, now you can get it down, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we'll roll from the heel to the pinky. And then go back to the heel, and the pressure goes from the heel to the fourth toe. Now mid-foot. From the heel, I'm going one direction. Heel to second toe. And yeah, I do love bare feet. And then to the big toe. That's the best when you're rolling, if you can do that. Now I'm going to go reverse direction, toe to heel. Second toe, can you spread your toes a little bit? Spread your toes as you do that. That's not an easy
crowd. It's weird. Yes. All the things I'm not doing right.
Well, good. See? Then you can do that better. Spread your toes as you're doing it. Don't go back. That's a new one. I don't want to spread my toes because they won't fit back in my shoes. Okay, let's not worry about that right now. Same foot, heel down. So what I tell you is put the ball, big or small, however, wherever it needs to be that the heel can be down. That's the most important thing, right? Not that the ball is in a certain place, but that the heel is down. And then we wrap the toes around. Don't lift the heel. Nancy, keep the heel down and just stretch the toes and then wrap the toes around the ball. Right. The heel stays where? Down. Right. So it's important to be clear, right? I know that, maybe this class isn't as serious for you as it is for me. I tend to be very serious about these things. But you want to get something out of it because it is designed to create better walking, better connection to the body. So the details I give you are important. Yeah. And see, right? See. Sometimes you can even see a difference in the coloring of the foot if you're barefoot. Sometimes you can just feel the difference in the 2 feet as you're standing. And then we'll do the other side. So we're going to start differently. We're going to start the Betsy way. So we just have the heel down and the ball wherever it needs to be. So we're in dorsiflexion. Dorsiflexion is completed by the toes lifting up towards your face. Yeah. Right? Like that, Nancy. Exactly.
Really impressed by what flexible toes you have.
Well, trust me, I'm not as good as some of these instructors can remember we used to do the piano? We should do all that good stuff. Well, I'll start to bring it back. Who's got flexible toes?
Who?
Judy. Yeah, she really does. She can do some amazing things. The question, are you guys comfortable taking your socks off? Because I know some people aren't, they just don't want to, but it is good to do foot things with barefoot. Yeah, I'm just wondering if you are comfortable doing that. Does it just seem like too much? So let's point.
Different socks, yes.
Flex.
It's comfortable.
Yeah. Point. I get it. And I usually am cold, so I don't want to take my socks off.
Yeah.
Point. Yeah. And flex. So we would just do it for the feet things. And I do have some more foot things that we could do if you are game. So.
Did you put a towel down on the floor and do it on top of the towel with your bare feet or not?
Would I?
So I'm asking, would that work for us?
Yeah. Are you just feeling because of the carpet?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Just something about putting bare for me.
Yeah, no, I remember Estelle once went up, right? You were like, yeah, I'm not going on that floor.
That's right.
But this is a new carpet. That old one was nasty.
They vacuum it all the time.
Okay. So now can we get the heel down in some capacity and roll in? I know I'm spending a lot of time here. So next week, I would like us to try some more barefoot things. So bring a towel, maybe. Will you remember? Will I remember?
But try to remember. Those of us that forget will just have to go barefoot on the rug.
Goodness me. Okay, and then move that ball down. So the more I move the ball down, the sharper the dorsiflexion, the bigger it is, right? In and out, in and out, and in. I did a lot of foot things this week, so it's not bad that we're spending some extra time here. It's really important, as I've told you, to take care of. Okay, so let's do the roll. And let me be clear again that I'm exerting pressure from heel to toe. So I'm starting at the heel on the pinky side and I go up that row. And then I go up the fourth rather. I just realized that we didn't do character yet. And third, we'll do it after. And second, and big toe. When I land at the big toe knuckle, I reverse the direction, go down to the heel. Second toe row. Third toe row. Fourth toe row. And fifth, right? Okay. So Now we'll do the parakeet. So we're back in dorsiflexion. And if you want, if you're standing, if you bring your back foot forward a little bit, you're going to get more stretch just by shifting it a little bit, especially if you press your pelvis forward. Like really feel it hurts, and you can feel the hamstring too for sure. Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah. I used to walk around and I got this extreme pain in my calves, but it lasted for a few days.
Yeah,
So I don't really walk around. I used to do the mile walk. But I don't really walk.
roll your feet, stretch your calves, right? I showed you also with a book. You can put a book under your foot and take this foot forward. Remember, some of you even have that little arc thing. Really important as we age. I'm telling, and then try it, Mimi. Try it for a little less and see if it's better. I would think it would be. Yeah, let's do the parakeet.
So
So
the rolling, you mean before and then walk around?
yes,
Yeah, right.
and loosen up that calf first. Yeah. So I'm wrapping the toes and then lifting. Hello, is that Patricia? Yeah, even recognize you with a mask on.
There's a chair up there by Betsy.
You coming in?
Yeah, sit by Betsy.
Yeah, do you want to sit on this kind of chair? Because I don't. Okay. Okay, all right, guys, and then let's come down. So let's do a little balance work. You can put any ball or nothing between your heels. We'll stand up. Please go behind your chair. If you, yeah, you don't have to use the chair for balance if you don't want to, but we want it there. And I prefer this, 2 hands, so that, right? And if you don't have a ball, don't worry about it. Just take your legs together. It's really not necessary to have the ball at all, just because it's there. So push down onto your chair and raise your heels up. Tom, can you just take your feet so they're pointing straight forward? Everybody actually look down. And your feet should be pointing straight forward, not turned out, okay? Yeah, that's better.
Way back here, so you couldn't see me, but that didn't work.
It doesn't. No, I have a keen eye. Even in your little Zoom picture, I can see things. So up and down. Now try to linger. Try to go up, and can we go down slowly? So let's go up and then take 3 counts to come down, 2, 3. So what does that do? It elongates the calf muscle. So we're working in something called eccentric contraction. This is what prevents muscles from cramping. That we decelerate and go slowly down. That does help with cramping when we work muscles, not just in tighten them to work, but also that we lengthen them and work. So even though you're lowering down, you could think, oh, well, my calves aren't working to do that. They are working to lower you down slowly, yeah? In a long position. 2 more. And 1 more. Now get rid of your ball. And what I'd like you to try to do is have an idea of your hips staying level, okay? Which is hard. This is a hard thing to get. When I have you sitting on your chair, the cue I give you is both sit bones are down. You have the anchoring of the sit bone. But can you recall that? Some of you, this is new to you, have that recall to keep the pelvis straight. Now rise up again. And you're going to bend your left knee and put your left heel down. I'm sorry, bend your right knee, put your left heel down. Sorry, my bad. And then lift back up. Now here's what I don't want you to do, right? As you're going to alternate, I want you to stay straight like your 2 hip bones are headlights. And don't drop into the lowering hip, but try to create a movement that's even and equal. So one leg pulls down, one leg pulls into a bend forward, which keeps the hips level. Yes? Does this make sense? So not this, not dropping into the hip, but creating a tension pull. So as I bend the one knee, I'm pulling the heel down and my pelvis is not moving. is yours. Up. 3. Try to keep your shoulders over your shoulders not moving either, right? They're staying straight. 2. And all footwork here. 1. Let's take a break, come down. Okay. So let's take this ball. You have a black ball? Well, it's just easier if you do, but, okay. No, don't be sorry. I'm trying to think if you could use something else. What you could do is just kind of, guys, if I give Patricia my ball, are you gonna be able to figure out? Be honest. No. Good, okay. So then, Patricia, we will get you a ball, okay?
It would be useful.
Yeah. So put the ball underneath your left foot, and if you don't have a ball, put your foot on the ground. But you're gonna kind of pretend that you can slide on something. See, why we like the ball is because we can roll the ball. So we start, same thing, lift the heel. That's our plantar movement. When you lift the heel, can you push down a little bit on the big toe side of the foot? You can do that on the ground anywhere. And then when you extend, this is a little bit of an advancement. Pull back so that you're just slightly pushing a little more forward on the little toe side of the foot. Okay, so when we bend and come in, plantar, we've got, just think big toe ball. And when you push out, think pinky. Because that's our mechanic for walking. We push off the big toe side, we land or heel strike on the little toe side. So we're just kind of not really rolling the foot. So it's more about just thinking about it differently. Big toe, which is very subtle. It's not really, I'm not really changing my foot. I'm not doing a really big movement and then hold it here. So here's our dorsiflexion, pulling the toes back, send the toes forward. Pull the toes back, send the toes forward. See, Mimi, if you did any version of these before going out for a walk, I think you would do better. I think you could maybe eliminate those cramps. 3, it's quite possible. 2, you just have to warm up, right? What gets tight, 1 more. And then we're gonna circle one direction. A few times, yeah. And then circle the other direction and make sure you're mobilizing that ankle, and please make sure, guys, that your opposite leg is on the ground, that it's not dangling. Nancy, so can you sit a little more forward so that this foot, I know those chairs are not ideal for everybody, but it's better to have some ground on that side. Okay, so enough said on that foot. Let's do the other side. So pulling in, lifting the heel and finding just a little bit of pressure on the big toe ball of the foot, not the toe itself. Let me make that clear, but the big toe mound connecting and then flex. Then point and lift and flex out. Point and lift. So it's little toe side, big toe side, little toe side, big toe side, little toe side, big toe side, little toe side, and big toe, and little toe hold there. Okay, then we point, flex, point. Let your heel just rest on the ball. Left leg is on the ground. Good. 2 and 1. Create as much mobility as you can through that ankle joint in a circle. 3, 2, and 1, and then the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now I take the ball between my ankles. Okay. So if I have the ball between my ankles, just above the bone, guys, I think we can follow that direction. So go ahead and squeeze that in there, right? So squeeze in, right? Squeeze, relax. 3 more times. Squeeze, very good, Nancy. Relax, I like it. Squeeze, foot, and relax. Feet are down, squeeze, hold. Hold the squeeze. hinge. Come back. Release the squeeze. Squeeze. Hinge. Hinge with a flat back. Lift up. I'm trying to get in here. And squeeze. Hinge. Good. Adding on. Now, think about this because it's going to make you change. I'm going to push into my heels. So I have to pull my feet back, right? That's what you did. So instinctively, we know that. If I'm going to push into my heels, I got to move them back. So let's do it again. Squeeze the ball, hinge, press down into the heels, find the backs of your legs, your butt. Come back. Just find it. Just find those muscles. Squeeze into the ball, hinge, press down through the heels. Come back and relax. Okay, so one more time. Now you have the option to stay here and continue here, or you can add 4, squeeze, hinge, either just press or press and come up. Decelerate and come back. So that's eccentric again. So here, hinge, push down, the glutes contract to bring you up. I want everyone to feel the butt. When we go down, they're decelerating you and come back. Good. So they work concentrically up and eccentrically in a long position. And come back. Just one more. Hinge, squeeze, push into the heels and hold. While we're here, let's rise up. 1 and down. Small. 2. You're not behind your chair. Good. 3. Very good. 1 more. 4. Just a little is good. Very good. And hinge, sit. Okay, ball goes up to the thighs. So let me just show placement. Above the knees. Anywhere really, you could do mid-thigh, whatever you're comfortable with. Okay. I'll just give you something so you can see something, right? It's not totally. Okay, so like, oh, so, right? So now is where I want you to lengthen those sit bones down, pull the stomach in and lift up tall. Okay, so we're going to squeeze the ball, feeling the upper inner crotch bones, squeezing, feet are down and release. So as I squeeze, I'm pushing down through the feet. So again, I have 2 actions. Pushing down through the heels and squeezing into the ball. Pushing down through the heels to create an elongation and release. Now squeeze, hold. Extend your right leg. Good. Come back in, put the foot down. So you can lift and extend, right? Bend and then put the foot down. Or you could lift. Let's do that. More work. Extend. Bend. Put it down. Trying not to shift. Lift. Lengthen. Bend. Put it down. Lift. Pull in your stomach. Extend. And bend. Put it down. Lift. Extend. Bend. Put it down. Pull in and lift. Extend. And bend. Put it down. And lift. Extend. And very good. Put it down. Okay, we squeeze. We hinge. We come back. Think about pushing into the feet. We squeeze and hinge. Come back. We squeeze and hinge. Option 2, up. Okay. And down. There is a ball between your legs. Just saying. Hinge and up and hinge and down. Last time. Hinge and lift and down and okay. So let's take the ball out and let's do abduction, legs. So put the ball down and we'll take our loop band. So what I can do, Patricia, for you is I'm going to give you this. Okay, so this is this is gonna require a little bit of standing at some point, but we'll just wrap, this part around your leg. So just step into it, yeah? Step, step, and then pull it up to your, above your knees. Okay, so I'm gonna do feet together. My knees are slightly apart. Once again, both sit bones down. So if you can, feet together, and then knees can be a little apart. So once again, I'm pushing down through my sit bones and lengthening through the crown of the head. I'm gonna open. Yeah, this is heavy down. And in. So what did we talk about last time? We talked about going small, right? Where it feels really heavy, you don't want to strain. So you can just do a little bit. I want you to feel up here, right? Louise, did you use a different?
The other one would seem to be tight enough, so I'm back to the.
Oh, you're back to that. Now, who else had some trouble again? Somebody else. We had a conversation. I'm sorry. It's been a busy week. So anyone want to remind me? Kathy, you remember. What was?
No, I think you said that it didn't bother us.
No, I know it didn't bother you, but I'm asking if you remember the people who were bothered.
I
Who
don't know.
was bothered? Somebody was bothered.
I don't know.
Yes, so, okay, so let's stick with that. So, and Betsy, yes, it was Betsy. So small. So sometimes it's like, what's the most important thing? Like with the ball rolling, that the heel was down. That was the most important thing. We finally identified that. So what we need to identify here is what's the most important thing? That I open the band as wide as I can? No, it's that I feel up here. So for me, that means smaller. For me, that means I'm thinking about it more. I'm thinking about rolling my hips out, and you can see I'm not moving that much. But I am feeling the sides, and I'm not feeling strain. So it can be really small. Betsy, how you doing today? And Betsy, the other thing is that your feet need to be down. I don't know if they are down, but you want the ground here, guys. So there is a force of pushing down into the ground and also out. That makes sense? So I'm not just pushing out. And I'm not just pushing out as far as I can. I'm pushing out in a particular way so that I'm feeling out here. All I want to make sure is that you're feeling out here. Is everybody feeling out there without strain? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're going to come up to stand and we're going to do that standing work that I told you about. So the band will go just above the ankles. Now I want you to stand behind your chair. So you'll have to walk. And it's the funny walk. Okay, and so behind your chair, which I'm not gonna do, but, okay. So this is important that your feet are in some tension. So I feel some connection to my out here, some. I'm not pulling like crazy, but I feel there's some tension, yes? The other thing that's important is that my feet are straight. They're not in turnout, they are straight. Because in order to hit these muscles on the outer, I need to be in even a little internal rotation. So if I'm out here, I'm gonna be in here and my butt. And I wanna be on the sides and I wanna be up here, right? Also my butt, but different part. So what the move is to shift the weight over to the right hip, staying in this outward tension, and then come back. And then shift the weight over to the left. It's small, right? Because this is also what we have to do when we walk is we have to weight shift. We have to bring more of our body weight to one side and then bring it center and then to the other side. Okay, now add a lifting of the heel of the left as you go to the right. You're gonna feel that more. Put that heel down, the outer corner of the heel down. I'll say that again. Push into the ball of the right foot as you shift over the left side. And then when you place the heel down, it's the outer corner of the heel goes down. Push and shift. You can see I'm not leaning. Right. You go, really, you're pretty good. Try not to lean, just shift. And put that heel down. And push and shift. And lower. And push and shift. And one more. Push and shift. Can you guys feel the heat back here?
Yes.
Yes? Anyone not? Not feel it out here? Tell me. The one thing I do see is that, and I know it's hard because we're older, but if you're leaning forward, you're gonna get it in more the front. You have to have the pelvis centered as you shift, so you're have the weight when you're centered in slightly in front of the heel, so the weight's back. I'm just making sure that I'm doing it right. I can't tell, but hopefully, because I can feel it there. So if you're leaning forward a little bit, you're gonna get more down here. Anybody feeling the knees here?
I
Louise?
did it, yes, like crazy until I loosened up a bit.
Loosened your knees a little bit. And what about shifting the weight back? Did that help too?
Yes.
Because I would think that being forward would put you more on your knees. Louise, how you doing with the knees? Okay? Okay, now if anyone wants a little extra, this is a bonus. It might be too much. You can hip hinge. Louise, maybe not today. It's up to you. If you know, I don't want anyone to push too much. Feet straight ahead. Let's take one step this way. Fine. And one step this way. And one step this way. I am in a hip hinge. That's helpful. And go back. And can we do two more each side? Did someone just go, huh? Like you hurt yourself? And
No.
Oh.
Drop my.
oh yeah, so you have to keep your legs apart or it'll misbehave. And last time. And then stand back up. Okay, that's enough of that. Take the band off.
It makes a big difference. If I let my toes turn out, it changes the whole experience.
The whole experience, what did you feel? You feel your quad,
Yeah,
front?
I lost the pull back here.
Yes.
completely.
Yes. Yes. That, did you hear what she said, guys? If you're in turnout and you're doing that, you're not gonna get, especially when you do this, it's just gonna be here. Because that's really all you have. Okay, thank you for that.
Oh, maybe I was doing that. Yes, you sure feel it. Right around there.
Okay, so you were a little forward. I'd like to get you a little back in the heels. So that's why standing on the back of the chair. So if my ankle, so let me show you this last thing. Because when the chair is there, it's, you know, it's tempting to do that. But use the chair, should have said this before, to push you back. Because it's help, you know, you have it to fold. So that's what we want to practice too, is that the chair is an assist to get us in the right place versus the not right place. Okay, so the ball goes to the bra line. Put it back. Now lean back. Okay, and then,
What's in your jar?
oh, lemons. I squeeze a lemon every time I fill it up. So by the end of the day, there's like 4 lemon thirds in there. Yes. Yeah, sorry. I don't mean to distract you with my strange options. Yeah, I can't drink plain water. It's weird. Like, you too?
I do lemon all the time.
Yeah, lemon water, just then I'm good. I'll get my whatever ounces I'm supposed to get, 80 ounces or 70 ounces. Okay.
And I gotta leave you, so that's all they can look at.
Oh, okay.
Best part, I'm leaving. And I've asked for extension.
You won't?
No, they say because if I'm out here and, you know, they call in my table, what they gonna do?
Are you gonna be in the dining room?
Mhm.
I need to borrow a TheraBand and give it to you when I'm done. Are you okay with that?
Like this?
No, the long band.
I have extras.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, then
You want-
I just want one, we're gonna take this back. Can we give one to Patricia? Yeah, because Patricia didn't have one. Although I think you should use mine. I think that this would be better. Okay, guys, here's the move. The ball is at your bra line, right? The elbows are in next to the ribs. The palms are up holding the TheraBand. We're going right into extension. I'm gonna roll my upper arm over, squeeze the shoulder blades and lift the sternum, come back. Bye, Estelle, good weekend. And lift and slowly pull the stomach in and come back, okay? So it's a little bit of extension. Beautiful. Yeah, and maybe you can let the head go. Can I touch you?
Sure.
Yeah, let the head move a little bit with you, and down. So you can move the head. The head doesn't lead the movement, but it comes along, right? Because it is conveniently attached to the rest of you. But you're thinking about lifting from that sternum. If I can't touch you, stay away. Okay, good. So I want this to go up and let the head a little bit.
More.
So it matches. So this is the thing, I told you not to move the head because you guys couldn't do it, right? But I think you can now. Oh, look, this doesn't match. You see how it doesn't match? Doesn't match, right? But does this match? This is what I was having you do. Doesn't match either. So that matches. You see why? It goes along. So it's coming, but it's not overdoing it. Okay, let me see, 4. Beautiful, yes, good. Yeah. Jimmy, don't be afraid to lift your head now. I know I scared you out of that. Forward and come back. 3, good. Uh-huh. Yeah, so let your neck be a little, so let's actually practice that a little bit. I think I oversold that. So relax your arms for a second. And then put one hand behind your head and one hand at your sternum. So if your sternum is dropped, let's say you're looking straight forward, right? And then when you lift the sternum, let's say you're looking maybe no higher than where the ceiling meets the wall, or that, what is that called? The molding. Molding, yes, molding, excellent. Molding, no higher than the molding. Return via the abdominals. Lift and return. Switch arms so you give your other side a break. Let me see, lift. Beautiful, Tom, that's perfect. Lift, molding, return, straight. Lift, molding, yes. Yes, good. And lift. Yeah. Perfect. You see, does it make sense, sort of? Like, so it's attached, so it's gonna move too, appropriately. Take the band behind you, flick the ball up a little bit, a tiny bit higher, like maybe 1/4 of an inch. So sit tall, check your feet pointing straight ahead. You want a nice, strong sitting position, feet into the ground, good. And we're gonna go forward and in. As we extend the arms forward, try to imagine your chest opening or broadening. I'm not changing the arms, they're still going forward, but I'm trying to imagine my chest not closing. And you're all doing that. I didn't really even need to say that because you're doing that pretty well. So try to feel that when you extend the arms forward, that the shoulder blades actually, let's see if I can, oh, I can't see this. You see them broaden? You actually can't see that. That's what your shoulder blades should be doing. They should be, yeah, wrapping underneath. I have a good shirt on today. So do it again. So broadening, yeah, across the back and then. And 3. Good, and 2. Nice, Louise, very good. And one. Okay, and in. Now, go a little bit more into it. Now, if we do this version where we turn out, see what happens when we turn? The shoulder blades come together, then they open. Then they come back together. Yeah, and in. So as I rotate out, they're gonna squeeze, then they open, then they come back in. Can you feel that happening in your own body? They
Yeah.
squeeze in, they broaden, they squeeze back in, neutral. They squeeze, they open, they squeeze, they neutral. Two more. Squeeze, broaden, squeeze, neutral. One more. Good. I like when the light bulbs go off because you can actually feel that. Now, I said we were going to do circles last week, and we didn't. We're going to try. So now you're going to sit on your band. Now, beware the heavy ones. So how do you know the band is too heavy? It's very simple. You will feel too much arms and too much up here. All the work we do with the TheraBand and the ball at your back is to primarily work what?
Your back muscle.
Your upper back muscle. That is what we're doing. So if you feel, if I wanted to work your arms, I would stick 5-pound weights in your hands or something, and I would do it that way. I would not do this. So this I'm doing for the upper back. But if the band's too heavy, then we have to make a change, okay? I said this very same thing to my class earlier today. And they actually listened. I saw them switch out bands and stuff. So it does make a difference. So what we're doing is what's called an arm circle. And actually let the band go for a second. So the pattern of what the hands do or the palms as related to the upper arm bones is important. So we start with the palms forward and we're going to go up, right? And then we're going to turn the palms to face out. We'll be holding a band. Then they come down, right? Now, let's do that again. Palms forward, palms turn out, and the arms come down in front of the shoulder. So while it might feel good to go back there, and it would and will, we're not doing that because we're working on rotation of the shoulder blade. Okay, so, so let's see what they're doing. So they're broadening. They're actually doing something called downward rotation, and then they're going into, that's the downward rotation. So they're actually going like, they're doing this.
You should feel it. The ball should make you feel it. Meaning, I don't know that I could feel it. I didn't have a ball there to.
The ball helps you stay straighter because if I tried to do that and I was like this, that's going to be hard. Then I'm stuck. So push into your ball to give you that straight spine. That's what's hard, right? If we're rounded forward and then, you know, some of us structurally, that's just what we're up against. So please adjust so that you're not tensing your shoulders. So you could just as well go here, out, slowly down, right? Okay, but let's try the full circle. Palms forward for those that want. Up, as far as you can, turn. Now, one of the things that we lose the ability to do is to make the arms straight. So I want the arms to be as straight as possible. As we go up, lift from the sides of the body, turn and come down. Try to make those arms straight, guys, okay? And up, exhale, inhale, arms in your periphery, they stay down, good. And one more. And one more, five, not more. And, okay. Could everybody feel that in their upper back?
Yes.
Did anyone feel it too much in their neck?
I'm still feeling it. I'm on my lightest band and I'm still feeling it.
Yeah, so, yeah.
You felt it when you were top of it.
Okay, so here's a question. With that, could you still feel your upper back working? Like right now, can you feel your upper back working or do you just feel here?
I think the back's working too.
If
I
you
can-
feel both, I'm okay with it, and then you work with trying to relax and quiet them, right? Because things happen. We're not perfect. So this is gonna, like, it's like, almost like thinking, right? It's like, oh, there's a sensation. It's not supposed to be here. So try to let it go. Just relax if you can. Being as upright as we can. We're gonna do the reverse circle, take the band away. Palms start out. They come up and they face each other. I turn them as I come down. Right. So I up, broad back, down and forward. Try to make the arms straight. Side. Now, do you feel your top of the shoulder, neck there when you do with nothing? Yeah,
I feel that all the time.
yeah. I have a thing like that too. So yes, we have things like that we feel all the time. So let's try. If you feel real strain or pain, you have to listen to that and stop. So I'm holding my band lightly. It's not in tension right now. That's fine. I'm going to go up. This is harder. Turn the arms. They are pointed, palms forward, right? Exhale up. Inhale lower. Exhale up. And inhale lower. Earl always has a little smile on his face. He's like the smiling Buddha. He always has a little smile. Is that true, Evie? Like he's always, no? She says no. Okay. And down. No, okay, good. That's it. Bring the band around your feet. So,
He must like this class.
he always sort of has this like little peaceful smile. And there's a meditation that like you do that Mona Lisa smile while you're kind of convinces you maybe that you're content. I'm content. Okay, so because you learned how to do extension today with the head moving a little bit, we're going to put it all together with a row. So you can do feet down, you can do feet up. I'm going to keep my feet down. Wrap the band around your feet. And I'm going to do a low row pull. My elbows are wide, but I'm low, right? And I'm pulling back. I'm just going to lift and look at the molding and come down and forward. This is how I'd like you to do it. I'd like you to pull, lift, come back to straight, extend the arms. So it's 4 parts. So we're really slowing it down. You might feel your neck, I just did. So light pull, doesn't have to be big. Draw the shoulders down, lift the sternum, small. Look at the molding, return back to straight, extend the arm.
Can we still have the ball back in our mat?
It helps because it's a guide, move around the ball, come back to straight and extend. Little pull the scaps down, sternum goes up, return back, pull the belly in, extend, and 2, and lift, and come back, extend, and pull, and lift, and return, extend. Good. Okay, we didn't do any rotation today, so let's do one now. Elbows low in the rotation. Left arm stays straight, pull and twist to the right. Extend both arms, look at your elbows, they are straight. And pull. Try to lift up tall. Try to keep your chest lifted and look straight ahead. You want a nice, beautiful posture here. And extend. Yes, 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 yes. And yes, very good. And turn. Sit bones both down. 4. And reach forward. And 3. And forward. And 2. And forward. And 1. If you don't feel like standing for this next stretch, that Kathy will love, you don't have to. Does it work? Yeah, it could work sitting. You have to choke up a lot. That's all you have to do, okay? But it works better, a little bit better for me standing. So you'll just stand as you work with the band under your feet. Really good stretch. Lift the shoulders up. Just Louise, if you're sitting, just choke up so your arms are really straight. Like really choke up on that band. So you got a lot of pull. So you can totally do it that way. Lift. Guys, I need your arms straight. This is imperative that the arms are straight, so get more tension. Lift. Roll the shoulders back and down. Lift. Roll the shoulders back and down. So just keep doing that. And I'm just going to show sitting. So it's just choking up. It works the same thing. Yeah. Now go back, up and around. Sorry, I didn't tell you that soon. Back, up and around and forward and back, up and around and forward. Good. And back. Now here it comes. Ready? Okay. So right ear to right shoulder, just easy. Don't make it, so drop the shoulder tongue. Don't have the shoulder meet you, just the ear to the shoulder. Lift the left shoulder up to the ear and very slowly and float up. Feels really good. And then ear to shoulder on the other side. Just this is my tight side. Lift, straight arm, guys, straight. You're shrugging the shoulder up, not lit right. Don't bend the elbow. And slow drop down. Float the head up. Again. Ear to shoulder. Just let it hang. Shoulder shrug. Knee shrug. There's the stretch. And float. And ear to shoulder. Shrug. That's it, Nancy. D shrug. And float. Should we do one more? And ear to shoulder. Keep the arms straight-ish. Down and float. And ear to shoulder. Shrug. D shrug. And okay. So let's do chest expansion. So standing here, since you're standing, or if you're not, doesn't matter. Take the arms down and back. Lifting the sternum just slightly. You don't have to look at the molding. Just imagine the sternum lifting. Is that a good O? 4. So feel that upper back. Straight arms, Earl. Down and back 3. Yes. So what's happening with the back? Down and back. I don't want to squeeze a lot. Just a little maybe. And a small movement. See? Not a lot. Right? Small. 2. Spreading the collarbones. And 1. Well, if you don't feel your upper back now, then I don't know what to tell you. Let's come on out of that. Let's shake out. You guys feel the upper back?
Yes.
And so when you do all that work, when you sit, right, you sit up tall, you should be there. You're there. All those muscles are alive working. So, right, you feel it? So if you want to do some wrist stretches, open, go out, hold, fingers forward, fingers back, fingers forward, fingers back, a little closer, Louise, forward, and back, just kind of shift it over, right? And back, and forward, and back, and relax. Roll the shoulders. Okay, we'll do the same thing with fists. So go forward, open, make a little fist, knuckles forward, knuckles back, forward, back, forward, and back, and forward. Okay, coming up, almost done. Palms up. Fingers up, fingers down, fingers up, big stretch through the palms, down, up, and down, and up, and down, relax. Okay, one more. Knuckles, this is the best one. So palms up, make a little fist, light fist, not super. That's the one. And down, you like that one too, Abby, that's the one I like. Oh yeah, and down. And down, that's the computer. This is getting the computer out of the body, right? And then everybody, can you put your hands on your shoulders like this and make some circles? Yeah, now here, I'm really squeeze, so I'm letting myself be Ruby. So I can really squeeze and open that chest. That feels really nice. And then go the other way. Whew. Okay. Just take a deep breath in, lift the arm. And down. So one more time, inhale, lift. And exhale. Down. So Patricia, I think if you come again next time, if you stop at Genevieve's office, which is now I guess Julie's office, they may have these things. The ball and the base. Yeah. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for coming today. And yeah, it's really nice to be back here.
It makes a difference to be in person because we can ask questions and you can see what we're doing.
Yes, I can see you better.
Nice.
Turnout. Yeah, all the way back there, even without my glasses.
Everyone jumps to the back when they walk in here.
Why?
But they can see
That's so weird. Am I scary? No.
Why not to be in the classroom, like going to school? It's like going to school.
But some people like to be in the front at
Going to
school. Did you guys like being at the front in school?
No.
Well, Patricia didn't have a choice. There was only one chair for her, so, but what about you, Betsy? Did you like being in the front in school?
Not very much, no.
I can hear well.
It let me get a better look at your beautiful shirt, which we put, that's really fun.
Oh,
It was very nice details, like the funny button in the back, pocket on the wrist.
oh, these are armholes, so they're thumb holes.
Oh.
Yes. So
Nice for cold weather.
nice for cold weather. This is,
I
yeah,
like curly.
yeah, right. Socks to take off next time. Yes,
What's that?
socks to take off next time. So we can do some of the feet. I have some more feet things. Oh,
This is yours.
I'll bring all of mine always so that we have.
okay,
extras.
that's good. Okay, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, that worked out. So thanks for that, Kathy. Well, it's good to see you guys. Kathy, it's so funny because you never used to come to class before Zoom.
Before Zoom, I ran around on Friday.
Ah.
Did shopping and ran errands.
That's right, they used to have those trips, you know, that's why
That's
we made
right.
the class later.
Oh, that's right.
They're starting it again,
Oh, they are?
but, I don't think it would interfere with this time.
Okay.
Certainly.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Can I ask you a question? Yeah. I know, it's not, it's like a workout gym, it's like you have to go, and things like that, yeah. Yeah, I know, I saw. I asked to rent from them, and we did a couple of classes in person. They were and no, I wrote them a little note, I put them in the door, said I have this space for 15 years, I'm sure. They were just really kind of yipping, so. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it stings a little bit, Judy, but you know, life goes on.
Thank you for class.
You're my pleasure. What's that? Yeah, we have a nice group. I think we have a really good group. I really like our group. I know, but.
What is the bad thing? And I've gone to the water.
Well, I hope it's good news or fixable or.
Oh, really? Oh, I went to, Roseville, at a spa. And
I have one
sold
that's
your
always-
feet, and then somebody came in and massaged them, and then you trimmed your toenails. And
Somebody.
you never had to worry if you were trim them to her. But she's pretty, I don't, who's she, you, Dr. Sophie? Yeah, I don't find it really the way she trims toenails. She trims my toenails all the way down. I like it straight. She's cutting it a little bit short on the corners, and I missed her last one, so I've been working, getting mine straighter across. I was always told that it was straight across.
I did too, and I think she doesn't do that all night, except one big toe has a little bit of fungus.
Oh.
And it's had it for a long, long time. It wasn't right.
Well, it's better than doing it yourself. I can do my own toenails, but what a job it is.
Oh, yes, sorry, here.
Right there.
And I didn't know why I had these pains. And anyway, yes. Well, you know, I never wore heels. I know people who wear high heels who worked for years wearing high heels and had problems with their feet, but I was a teacher. I never really wore high heels, you know, except if I was dressed for something. And I think that's can be the cause of hammer toes and stuff, but
That could be,
yeah.
I had never told.
You had
I
hammer,
never wore, I.
you never wore high heels, oh gee.
Okay, did you?
Put this in?
Yeah, I want to see your smile. It's just weird to face now. Yeah. Oh, I was looking at that.
Okay. We'll see the meals in.
Oh,
There she is.
you gonna get it,
I'll get it.
or I'll get it? You tell me if you would like me to get it,
I'll get it.
like you need to stay off your feet.
No,